Something is following this whale. It has been following for an hour, and it is not a shark. This is Livyatan, a whale that hunted other whales, 50 feet long, 40 tons, with teeth longer than your forearm. The largest biting teeth of any animal that has ever lived. It shared its ocean with the Megalodon, and it may have been the more dangerous of the two. This is how we found it and why it vanished. Livyatan did not hunt like a whale. It hunted like a shark. Modern sperm whales dive into the dark for squid. They swallow their food whole. Most of them barely have teeth in the upper jaw at all. Livyatan had them in both. 36 centimeters, 14 inches. Not teeth for holding, teeth for taking pieces out of something large. Its skull alone was 3 meters long. And inside the forehead sat a huge basin of oil and wax. In whales alive today, that organ focuses sound. Livyatan may have used it the same way to find prey in the dark, or to hit it. Either way, the target was the same. Baleen whales, 20, 30 feet long. Animals the size of a bus were its food. We only learned any of this in 2008. In one of the driest deserts on Earth, Peru's Pisco Formation was seafloor once. Now it is bone-dry rock, and the dead of that ocean are still lying in it. A survey team was working the site on their last day. They found a skull, 3 meters of it, teeth still seated in the jaw. It took years to free it from the rock. When the time came to name it, they reached for the biggest names they had. Livyatan, the Hebrew spelling of Livyatan, the sea monster of the Book of Job, and Melville, for Herman Melville, the man who wrote Moby Dick, a whale named after the two most famous sea monsters ever written down. It earned both. Here is the part that is genuinely hard to picture. Livyatan was not alone out there. In the same water, at the same time, was Otodus Megalodon, 60 feet of shark, 2 apex predators, 1 sea, the same prey. We have never found a fossil of them fighting. We probably never will, but we know they overlapped for millions of years. And that tells you something on its own. Neither one drove the other out. They were either too evenly matched or too good at staying apart. Two of the largest hunters this planet has ever produced, sharing one coastline. And this is what one of them looked like, moving through that water. If the deep does this to you, subscribe. There is a new expedition every week. Then the world got colder. The same cooling that would take the Megalodon. Sea levels dropped. The warm coastal seas drained away. The medium-sized whales Livyatan hunted followed the cold water north and south. Into polar seas, a tropical hunter could not work. And the whales that stayed did something else. They got bigger. Much bigger. Too big to hunt. A predator built for one size of prey ran out of that size. Around 9 million years ago, Livyatan disappears from the record. Megalodon held on a little longer, then it went too. Within the same cooling, the ocean lost both of its monsters. And the whales they had been eating kept growing. Some researchers think that is not a coincidence. That the blue whale reached the size it did partly because nothing was left that could hunt it. That one is still an open question. Livyatan was real. We have its skull, we have its teeth. It hunted whales for millions of years until the ocean changed the rules. But there is one more thing in that Peruvian rock. From the same sea, older. A jaw that makes no sense at all. A spiral of teeth, curling in on itself like a saw blade. And for 100 years, nobody could agree where on the animal it went.